Hello everyone, welcome to Life, Love and the Pursuit of Real Estate. My name is Michael Biviano and thanks for watching. And subscription is free, so if you like what you hear or see, please subscribe. Guys, one of the things that I do on a regular basis is I do some consultancy work for people in mostly real estate businesses, but and there are some other businesses that I consult to that aren't so much focused on real estate. And one of the questions that came up last week, and it was by a young guy who seems to be doing really well, that's undervalued himself. And one of the things that I thought of is listening to him ask me a whole range of questions. He said to me, how do I know when I'm at my best? And I thought, generally we sort of know that. And he goes, no, how do I know that? How do I know that I'm really operating at my pinnacle? Is it when I'm exhausted and I know that I've had a really good week? Is it a sense of fulfillment or gratitude? So what I thought I'd do and what I did with him is I wrote down some notes together with him, which I'm going to read out. So this is a little bit of a different way of doing our videos, but what I thought I'd do is I'd read out what I wrote out for him to you and see whether this resonates with you. So I thought, first of all, how do I know when I'm, being your best? What does that really mean? So for me, it means having an understanding that I won't win every battle. There's no way in business, if I do 10 developments, I generally know that the rule of thumb is, right, and we always go in with the right intention, that one or two of them might not go all that well. We might draw a red line on them. So they might be a good capital investment long term, but initially there could be some factors, i.e. market, whatever it might be, that we never counted on, or there could be something under the ground that we never counted on. So generally speaking, I understand that failure is part of success. I know you've all heard that before, but it's actually making sure that you encompass that belief properly. So I know that I can't win every football game. The second thing is knowing that I'm truly implementing my learnings. So therefore, every job that I might do, whether it's a consultancy job or a development job or a real estate sale, whatever it is, I take the learnings out of that and make sure I implement them, because there is no point going through an experience without getting some knowledge out of it that you can implement for your advancement. I think that's super, super important. The third thing that I said to him was that it's very important that in any business transaction, who you spend time with is critical to your success. So if you are spending time with the wrong people, you are socializing at night with the wrong people, you're not getting enough sleep, you're doing all the wrong things, let me tell you, it will manifest itself in something else and generally failure. That's what I think. 4, experience counts. So what you want to do is you want to be mixing also with people that are experienced more than you in that particular field that you're working in. And question asking is a priority. The better the question, the better the answer. 5th, be grateful for all the experiences that you have, good, bad, or indifferent. Learn from them all, and what I would suggest is that you write them down. And one of the things that, and this is a slight digression, but one of the things that I said to this young guy the other morning, was that if you go out and you inspect a home, for instance, as a real estate agent, and you might view 5, 6, 7, 8 homes in a morning, you go back to the office, it'd be interesting to ask whether the principal asked you to describe the houses inside. What I suggest, to train your mind in detail, and detail is very important when selling, and selling any product, is write down what you saw in the house. The amount of rooms, type of paintings, type of furniture, all those sorts of things, aspects of certain rooms, those sort of details matter. So no matter what you're doing or what you're selling, or even when I'm buying a property, I'll sit out the front of the property for a little while and I'll make notes of things that I observe. Trees, orientation, how well it's kept, not kept. Does the soil look okay? Does it look like it's had old cars and oil on it? All those sorts of things I take a note of. So detail, super detail is super, super important. Now, so the next one was understanding that you have to take responsibility for your failures. And there is no way that you can overcome a failure mentally or physically unless you accept the responsibility for it. To blame somebody else for something going wrong that affects you is just weak. It serves no purpose because blame is pointless. It doesn't serve any purpose whatsoever. So even if you're not the full contributor to the problem, you must accept responsibility for the problem to move forward. As a salesperson, you need to only say what you mean. So if you particularly are wanting to get a point across, you need to be articulate and you need to be deliberate in your discussion. And what I always say is if you feel that you're not getting your point across, I believe that you need to reiterate the same point 3 times in different ways if you're not getting the message across the first time. The same point 3 different ways. So you need to think about the structure of the conversation before you have it, especially if it's in a sales deal. And the last one is to literally congratulate yourself when you do something good. And that doesn't necessarily mean going out and buying a Rolls Royce. It means that actually taking stock for a few minutes, sitting down and writing out the things that you did good that contributed to that success, whatever it might be. So in a development, it could be I picked the right consultants with the right IP, I acted with a sense of urgency, whatever it might be, write them down so you can repeat the successes. I hope that helps. Stay great. Thank you very much for watching.